Welcome back. Today I want to show you the Energy Collector Mark II and the Energy Collector Mark III because I have some plans for the Energy Collector Mark III that I am definitely interested in doing. So we're going to take a look at the recipe here, and it's a bunch of glowstone, one dark matter, and an energy collector to make the Mark II. So I believe I have most of that in my bag. I've got the energy collector here, I've got some dark matter, I've got a glowstone right here. So before we even get started with that, I want to show you that I took my tablet, the transmutation tablet, and I have turned it into the portable version, and the recipe for that is a dark matter block, the transmutation tablet in the center in stone, and the dark matter block is just made by changing dark matter orbs in this formation, and it becomes dark matter blocks. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, so that's not a huge deal. Okay, so, and what that does is it gives you a portable version. You can activate it anywhere you'd like. So we need glowstone, so I'm going to put glowstone in there. Get my Klein star, and we need 6 of it. So that's 6, and I like to keep 1 extra so that anytime I need it, I can make more. Okay, we also need glass, which I already have some glass. So let's go ahead and get started on this recipe. We need our glowstone and glass, and energy collector, and I did not make enough. Huh, I thought I did. That's interesting. Oh, you need 7 glowstone, of course, because of that bottom piece. My mistake. So let's grab a 7th and pick that all up and try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put our glass here, our energy collector, our dark matter here, and there you have the Collector Mark II. And this does the same thing as the energy collector, but it is faster. So let's make one more glowstone so that I can show it to you in action, because it does need light. So we are going to give it some glowstone for light. Okay, and you can see it's charged up there, and it will gain passive EMC. So we're going to put our redstone in there, and it's going to convert our fuels upwards for us at a slightly faster rate than the energy collector. So the next thing we want to do is make the Mark III. Okay, and the Mark III is right here. It's the same recipe, but it uses the Mark II in the center and 1 red matter instead. So let's grab this red matter, and we will make some more glowstone using our Klein star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll put this aside, and we will go ahead and make that. Okay, and the Mark III is just like the Mark II and the energy collector. Oh, wrong place there. Let's grab our glowstone. Except it's a bit faster than the Mark II. So let's put our fuel in there, and you saw it had some EMC passive in there, or while it was passive, and it sucked that all up to convert our gunpowder, and now it's converting our alchemical coal into blaze powder, which is considered a fuel. And then from there it should convert, I believe, into cool fuel. So that's pretty cool, but that's not what I had planned for it. So I'm going to show you what my plans were for that, if I have enough EMC left here. Yes, for an energy condenser. So that's one new cool thing in Equivalent Exchange. You can now use your transmutation table, if you've unlocked it, to create the machines straight through transmutation. So that is very useful and very cool, and it looks like I was mistaken. Glowstone is next. But what I want to do is I want redstone. Okay? So we'll take that out, and this will make redstone for us. You can see it's not very fast, and in fact redstone is pretty cheap EMC wise, so this is not the best method for getting redstone. You're probably better off going and mining, but I want to make a little automatic system here that I think at this rate, or maybe twice this rate, will probably be sufficient to keep the automatic system that I have planned running. I might need to make one more of these, so let's take a look at how much this is, how much EMC it is. So we've just learned the recipe, and it's 448,000, which I'm fairly certain I don't have. Not even close, but that's okay. We will put this guy down for now and let it create redstone for us. It'll create a nice reserve, and then I can come back here later when I have the EMC to make one more, and I'll put it next to it, and then we can make the machine that I want to make. I'm going to put it in this room, and unfortunately these little guys are going to have to move again. But I don't think they'll have to move too far. I think that what I'd like to do is expand this room out into here, and we'll have the machines in here. We'll probably even keep this door here. We'll have the machines in here, and the factory slash machine that I plan on building using these will stay in here. So I am going to pause it until I have what I want to show you next, and I'll be back. Okay, so I was mining because I don't have enough materials to make what I want, and I've been using the divining rod by just right-clicking, looking for the best found value, and I came across this. I've already cleared a little bit of it, but I thought you guys might be interested in seeing what I do when I encounter problems with lava like this. Okay, obviously this is a little daunting looking, but it's not actually too difficult to deal with. So here's what you do. You place 2 of anything up, and then you get your mercurial eye. Okay, you put any cheap material in it, dirt, cobblestone, whatever you want to put. Alright, and then your Klein star in there, and you switch it to pillar extension mode. You hit your button, and then this is a little bit costly, but in my opinion, as long as you're using your divining rod as you mine, it ends up being worth it because you're going to find diamonds and so on. So you clear that back out this way, and you can see there's a little bit left over, so you change to extension mode, you click like so, and it will cover the ceiling up, and then you click down here, it'll cover the ground. You get the walls, okay, and then you switch to extension mode again, place down your cobblestone like so, and you fill in again and break it again. And there you go. The rest of it should be relatively easy to clear. You may have to repeat this process a few times depending on how much lava you find. Whoops, oh, didn't mean to do that. That's okay though. So, and also the higher level you have it, the further away it can deal with the problem. So let's go into extension mode, look up, place, look against the wall, place, and then we'll back up and go into pillar mode, place, clear, and that took care of a great deal of it. We're in pretty good shape. And we don't want it to catch up to us here. So, once you think that you have the majority of it cleared, it may become easier for you to just do this manually. And it looks like it did miss a little bit over here. There we go. So we've got that covered up. Just place your cobblestone to get rid of the remaining lava. Make sure to light up the area. Oh, and it looks like there's a little bit more over here. Oh, no, that was just some left over that I hadn't cleared yet. And there is some there. If you act fast enough, you can cover that up. Just be very careful when you do it. Okay, so just check with your divining rod, see what you've got around. Looks like there's some diamonds that way, so you're going to want to be very cautious because we know that there's lava nearby, and it does look like I am out of fuels. So what I'm going to do is just put my... I'm not out of fuels. My Klein star is in my mercurial eye. That's what was going on. Okay, so we know there's diamonds this way. Just use your destruction catalyst. Mine out the area, and as you can see in my inventory, it was pushing through it, and here is where the vein was. So we'll grab what's left of that and light up the area and see if there's anything branched in this direction of value. And you know this is getting it. Oh, and not sure if I showed you this already, but this does have modes now. You can choose the range it's going. I stay on 16 because the destruction catalyst does not mine out 64 long as far as I know. So check here, and it's a 3x3, so we don't need to check that. We don't need to check this. We need to check this. Okay, and I will also, I've already checked that, so we need to check this. This. So this is pretty much how I do my mining now. And it doesn't look like there's much of value here. That 21, 22. That's not too bad. The best found's only 512, but it's not that big a deal. We'll take it. See what we can get. And it is easy to... Oh, look at that. The diamond was below. So there was diamond there. I just didn't see it because it wasn't on this level. So I'm glad that I chose to go in that direction. So I think that we're in pretty good shape here. We have one red matter from having been mining, and I'm going to grab a bunch of this stuff as well. And we have some ores that we can smelt, and can always use redstone. So I am going to continue for a little bit longer, and then hopefully I'll have enough to show you the next thing. Okay, so I am ready to show you the next thing that I wanted to show you. And we're going to need lots of lava buckets for this. And the recipe is actually pretty easy. It is called the Vulcanite Amulet. So what's cool about the Vulcanite Amulet is that you can grab redstone, okay, which we have this making for us. And you can just right click and place lava, and that costs 1 redstone each time you use it. And you'll see that it's not using redstone currently, but that is just because I have my Klein star in my inventory. If I were to put my Klein star in my mercurial eye, then that would change. So let's bucket this lava up. And I'll show you. So you see my Klein star is not in my inventory. When I right click, it uses 1 redstone. Okay, so that is how that works. And what I want this for is there's something very, very interesting, in my opinion, about this particular item. And I'm going to show you what that is right now. We're going to dig this out. Okay, and dig this out. We'll go into my bag and grab a deployer. And I'm sure you can guess what my plan is here. And that was not it. I'm going to place a deployer right there. And in the deployer, I'm going to put the Vulcanite amulet and almost a stack of redstone. Okay? And the way this is going to work is I am going to take, let's make a lever. And we will place our lever right here and activate. As you can see, it causes the Vulcanite to place the lava. And it uses the redstone that's inside of the deployer to do this. So what we can do is we can take a whole bunch of redstone and fill our deployer up. Okay? And my plan is, if you haven't guessed already, my plan is to make this device right here. Okay? Except instead of this specific way of using it, instead of the infinite water here, I am going to be using this to keep our deployer fed, and our deployer is going to place lava, and our lava is going to be moved into many geothermal generators that I'm going to keep in this room. So that is my plan for a new power system for the overworld base. So I am going to probably butcher this watermill system here so that I can move it over here. This tin cable I won't be able to use, obviously, but that's not that big a deal. I will probably be using glass fiber. I know that I don't need glass fiber, but it is the energy loss on glass fiber is pretty good. It can go a long distance without energy loss. And I like that. I definitely want to use that. So before we continue, I want to show you the other features of the Vulcanite. First of all, while it's in your hotbar, you can stand right on top of lava, okay? And you hold shift to go down into the lava and space to quickly move up in the lava. Alright? And in addition, you can shoot it, okay, with R. And what that does is, it didn't do it because I don't have any redstone in my inventory, but it will, wherever that red dot lands, it will create lava, okay? And in addition to that, it clears water, okay? So if I'm right here and I hit C, it's going to clear that water. I don't want to do that right now because it's a pain to get it back. So I don't have any empty buckets left on me. I do have one. Let's see. Let's get some sleep. I'm always very careful when I use anything in my house not to be on something that's damaging. I don't want to be on my destruction catalyst and accidentally misclick on my bed, destroy my house. I don't want to be on lava and do the same. I don't want to be on that Vulcanite and do the same. So always be careful of that. Okay, so we've got some water out here, and you can select your Vulcanite, and if you hit C, see it clears up some of that water. Alright, and if I charge it up, this is 1, I charge it up and it clears more. Oh, what's the matter? Are you on fire? You don't like the daylight? Aww. Poor guy. Come over here and melt some of the snow. I don't think it works that way, but it's still funny to me. Aww, you didn't make it. Okay, so if you charge it up even more, let's charge it up to maximum. Okay, and come over here, and I'll hit C, and it just clears all this water up for me. Very useful. So now I can come back in here, and let's see, I am on cobblestone. Let's get some dirt in there. Get some dirt right there. And let's see, what are we on? Extension mode? I want to be on creation mode. So let's jump and right click. And this area has been bugging me for some time now. I'm glad to finally be rid of that drop, because to be honest with you, it was frustrating when I come over here to take care of getting more rubber. So we'll just clean it all up. Let's go up one more level. Right here. And right here. And I think that's a lot better. And what we can do is we can come over here and change this. Oops, we'll fill this guy up. Okay, turn this all into grass. Whoops, didn't want that. That's alright though. Whoops, that could have been bad. Okay, so we're doing a lot better here. Looks a lot cleaner. Oh, missed a spot over here. Fill that up. So, there we go. My front yard, in my opinion, looking a lot nicer without that annoying crevasse. And you can see I've got some creeper holes from having come out here. We can use this wonderful, wonderful tool to fill that up too. So let's take care of that. I don't think we need quite so much level on it for that. Oh, that's much nicer. Yeah, fill this one up too. Creepers really like me. Okay, so I am going to get back to seeing about that power system. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit it in this episode because I think we're getting kind of long, but I did get to show you the Mk3 energy collector, the Vulcanite. And I forgot to show you one really cool thing about the Vulcanite. This is really cool. So let me grab some redstone here. And we're going to come out here and I'm going to show you one more really cool thing. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to show you. I don't know if it does anything when it's daylight and not raining, but if it's raining outside, you can shoot your Vulcanite into the air like that, and what it'll do is it'll just stop the rain from happening. So that is extremely useful. I know a lot of people who play Minecraft hate the rain. So if you're tired of the rain, get yourself a Volcanite amulet, clear that rain right up. Really cool. Alright, so I think that's going to be the end of the episode. Next episode you are going to see me starting on this system in here, which is going to keep my geothermals full using a deployer and a Vulcanite. And I think that's going to be really cool. We're going to have something similar to what we have in the Nether, but instead of it being vertical, it's going to have to be horizontal, much like that is. That's okay. The one thing I do want to do with this, though, that I did not do with my water mills, is I'd like for it to be lower into the ground so that there can still be a floor to walk on in here. I'll effectively be walking on geothermal generators. Maybe. I am not 100% certain exactly what I'm going to do yet. But we'll see. I may glass it all up. That'd be really cool. Put some glass over it. So that's the end of today's episode. And if you'd ever like to give me a chat, I have a link in my description to a chat that I'm usually in. And if you have suggestions, feel free to come there and talk to me. And have a great day. Thanks for watching.